All right, so we're glad to have you all here again, tuned in, listening.
Yes, I'm cheesing. I'm cheesing over here. Excited.
All right, so this episode is going to be about meeting the family, figuring out when the time's right, and all the things.
Yeah.
So that's our in the DM for this week, meeting the family. I know when we first started dating, we both were like, Jesus himself would have to come down and tell us that the time was right for us to meet each other's families, because your family, if you bring somebody home one time, they will never stop asking about that person. Even if you bring somebody else, they'll be like, well, you know what happened to such and such?
What happened?
Yeah. So I think we were both very much like,
we was waiting.
But we didn't wait that long. I met your family like
within
2 months.
2 months, and I met yours within probably.
You met them Christmas.
Maybe.
Was it before then?
I met your family before you met mine. So whenever you had graduated, that's when I met your family.
Baby, I had met your family way before that. I met them in like September. Remember we went to the corn maze?
Okay, the parent. I'm thinking for like
the whole family. Yeah. No. But I met the most important people.
Yeah.
Some of the most important people, like 2 months into dating.
Yeah.
So
not very long.
What changed? Because we both went from. We literally said we were gonna have to be married before we introduced each other to our families, and then I met your family 2 months later.
Yeah.
So what changed?
I feel like the vibe, and it's very important. Like if you said what
kind of vibe I get?
You had a good vibe. Like once we were you met him before we started dating, didn't you?
Before we were in an official relationship. Yeah, we were still. You always call dating. I call dating like what people call talking, but you call dating like us being in a relationship.
Yeah, like
but
a full-fledged.
This is before you had asked me to be your girlfriend.
Yeah, so I feel like you know when's the right time. Like if you got a good feeling about your significant other, and you feel like you're not in one of those game playing modes where you question your partner or you question the person you're talking to, like at that point, like you want them to meet the family, and I think it's a representation of like how serious you are about that individual too, because you want them to be around the people that you love. And it's, if you got questions about it, hold out.
Don't do it.
If you think that individual that you're with is serious about you gotta show them. You gotta show them all. You want to show them all.
I knew that you were serious because we weren't even in a relationship yet, and I met your mom and your dad. I remember your dad was like, well, I ain't never met nobody he ever been dating before, so y'all must be on the right path. And I was like, oh yeah, we here.
Nervous and all.
I was so nervous. So I guess we could talk about that, like our experiences with meeting each other's family, because I met your mom and your dad first, and then you met my mom, my sisters, and for Christmas. Okay, so we had kind of like, we did slow introductions a little bit.
I guess I'll start. Yeah, so I think it was important for us not to go all in, like
whole family.
Yeah, because
second cousin, third cousin, fifth, seventh, twice removed.
The uncles, the aunts, all that. I think we took it slow, and I wanted you to meet the parents and see how you interacted with my parents, my brother, and close family, like our really, really close family, because I feel like once you meet those individuals, your parents are gonna have some feedback on like, okay,
of course,
this individual, it's crazy, they'll even notice characteristics off first glance. And not to say that my parents' opinion is like the most important, but you want to, if they are noticing things or if they're interacting with you really well, that's great signs. So I wanted to take it slow with that first before you bring your significant other to meet the whole gang. Like,
I think when I met your mom and your dad, I was really nervous because I had never been like formally introduced to somebody's parents before. Like I'd seen their parents, but like not been introduced. I was nervous, and it was a double date. We went on a double date. I don't think a lot of people do that when they introduce their significant other to their parents. We literally went on kind of. It was basically a double date. It was a double date for meeting your parents, and I just was so nervous. I'm like, they're gonna ask me all of these questions. Like, are they gonna be nice? Is his mama gonna be super protective over him? Because sometimes mamas are like, when it come to boys, daddy's the same way with their daughters. Like, they're like super super overprotective. So I was like, is she gonna be mean? And I remember you were telling me like she was kind of strict. So I was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. So like when we were driving to go meet them, I remember I was rehearsing stuff in my head. Like, hi, I'm Lakhia. I do this. Yes, I like James because of this. Like, I was doing that in my head because I feel like meeting somebody's parents is already nerve-wracking. But if you don't know what you're going to say, I get tongue-tied real easy. When I get nervous, I start speaking in almost like I was about to speak in tongues, Lord. But that's how I am.
Trying to get struck down.
That's how I feel when I get nervous. But I just remember rehearsing the stuff, and then it was good. Like, your parents are obviously, they're you. Like, now that I know them, like, they're very chill and relaxed and funny, and they make you feel comfortable.
Right.
So I think I had a really good experience with meeting that part of your family first.
Yeah,
so how did you feel about meeting my mom and my sisters? Because those are the,
Yeah, I think that encounter was great, actually. Like, I wasn't nervous, and I guess I'll go into detail a little bit about, it was Christmas.
Yeah.
So y'all had already eaten and stuff. It was the nighttime, and everybody was kind of chilling and sitting down. And I think
it was at my house. I hosted.
Yeah, it was at your place. So I think we were able to interact really nice because everybody's in a good mood for Christmas. Like, you got good food, you had a good time, and we, introduced ourselves and we got straight into playing like interactive games, and I think that was really good because you kind of see it. If you meet a parent and y'all are in a really, I guess, structured environment, and it's just dinner. Yeah. And they just
grilling.
That's what I was gonna say. Grilling, like that. I don't think that's fun at all. So
you don't want to scare your child's significant other. I feel like that's scary. Like, don't be. Yeah. Don't do me like that, because then I might not want to talk to them no more, because I know I got to deal with y'all if y'all crazy.
All right. So I definitely thought the games and stuff showed your characters, showed their character, and I had a ball on that day. What did we play?
We were playing Uno.
Something on your forehead.
Oh, for the culture, like the charades thing. We were doing it.
And I was bad on a lot of them, but some of them I was good at, like the school stuff.
It was terrible. It was terrible. But I think it was fun. Like I had a good time doing it. But I wanted to make sure that we did, something interactive, because I didn't want it to be like awkward.
Yeah, and I don't know if you mentioned for when you met my parents, like we went to a corn maze.
Oh yeah, we did.
So. If you go to a corn maze, that if the sun is out, it's very hot. Yes. That's one thing. The corn is very tall. So when we got there, you go in and you have these different tasks or things that you're trying to do in order to get a reward. So it's very interactive.
Definitely.
And so I think that really helped,
keeping it fun.
Yeah. Try to figure out something, learn something.
We were all lost, so we had to depend on each other, had to figure out
had to figure out everything together, which was, I thought, pretty cool.
Yeah. So then when I met the other half of your family, I went to your family reunion.
Yeah, that was the game.
That was everybody.
Well, everybody
but on your mom's side of the family. Yeah. So, I'm already good with his mama. Like, I'm in the group chat with his mama and daddy, his brother. We all in the group chat. So I'm solid with the immediate family. But this is like your grandma, your mama's sisters, like your cousins' cousins, your great uncles, your granddad. Like, everybody was there. So I think I might have been more nervous to meet the rest of your family than your mama and daddy.
And I want to, I guess, pinpoint something that is nuts. So being that I hadn't, I guess, introduced anyone to my family. Once you got there, I was kind of shook too, because there's a certain way that you are supposed to communicate with everyone. To introduce your actual significant other, like, hey, uncle, whatever, this is my girlfriend, Lakhia, like making sure that you interact. And I have a huge family, so
big. And that wasn't even everybody. Yeah,
that wasn't everyone. So making sure you know everybody's full name, who they're related to, their background,
everybody, like, how you kin to them,
all that's very important. So my mom, she actually, being that you had already met her, and I feel like y'all were pretty comfortable, and she took that upon herself. But fellas, if you have a significant other and you are wanting them to meet the family, make sure you got your ducks in a row when you're introducing her, because it's gonna be important, like very important, that your girlfriend is able to follow, like,
who is who?
Who is who? And that transition goes smoothly.
I don't fault you for not doing it. Like, you were playing volleyball with your family, and your mom was like,
I had a great time.
Yeah, you had a great time. You was playing volleyball, and I was fine because I was with your, like, me and your mama talk, like, so I was fine being with her. But it made me feel good that she wanted everybody to know, like, this is Lakhia, she does this, and she's like, this is my sister, this is my aunt, this is how we kin to them, this. I was like, your mama like me, like, she want her people to know who I am. I was smiling and grinning from ear to ear. So I don't think, Well,
it worked. I would say it worked out.
It worked because I'm cool with your mama,
right?
Like, but if it wasn't like that, then I just would have kind of been standing there like,
if that initial, if like the initial you meeting the family and meeting my parents and everyone all at the same time would have took place,
that would have been a lot for me. That would have been a lot for me.
A whole bunch, because my mama would have been trying to get used to you, my brother would have been trying to get used to you, cousins would have been trying to,
everybody. But at that point, I was good. I had a whole shirt. I had a whole the cousin shirt at the function. I was fully immersed and integrated into the family. Like, at the dinner, your mama was like, I knew she wanted me to get up and say something, but she didn't want me to feel pressure to get up and say something. She was like, and Lakhia can say a few words, if she wants to. And I was like, well, I gotta say something. Like, I can't just not say nothing. So I stood up and said a few words, and they was clapping. I was like, all right now, not y'all like me. So that was good. I think everything works out the way it's supposed to. Now I know, because I don't even think you knew how you was kin to all them people, for most of them.
I knew the majority, but like some people was cousins.
And your mama knew it. She knew this is this and this and this, and I was like, okay. So now when you bring up people, I'm like, is this your aunt this? Is this your cousin this? Like, that's how I have to try to remember them. But I think we should talk about when you met the rest of my family. And I think it was different because I have a lot of family, but I'm not close to a lot of my family. Like, my dad's side of the family, we probably will never, like, do the things that we do with my family with them, and I'm okay with that. But the family that I'm close to is like my uncles, like my mom's brothers, like that's who I'm close to, and their wives, and my older cousins. I'm just thinking about it. That was a really good time. It was a really good time.
Yeah, so I would.
Yeah, you could talk about it.
I would note that when you met the whole gang, you met them at a beach for a family reunion.
I did. I met them at a beach.
So when I met your family, it was at your mom's place.
Yeah.
And it was for a celebration. So one's family reunion, one's a celebration of you graduating. Yeah. So I think it was pretty cool that we were both kind of celebrating something. Both not formal, like. Yeah, both were very non-formal, and I will say I was excited. I won't say the city, but I was excited to go to the country, the country, and to which my family is from the country as well. But your family is too, and I love like seeing different countries.
Yes, me too. The food.
Yes,
so, and I hyped it up. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk my shit about my city. Like, it's small. It ain't much there, but we got the food. Plus, my people can cook. All my people can cook, so I knew
So I think it was super exciting for me to go to a new city, meet or re-see your mom, your sisters, and to meet some of your uncles and aunts that you really talked about and really seemed to enjoy. And as soon as we kind of started talking, like, we bonded instantly.
Yeah,
like
especially you and my uncle.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say his name. I feel like if we talk about people, we gotta make a different names.
I'm not gonna say,
but
say the names, but yeah, I definitely got along with your family like instantly, and I think your family, like, with my family, I don't drink as much. But with your family, I had a great time.
Yes,
like,
you was drunk.
Yeah, I basically got drunk.
But that's my family. Like, anytime we have a get together, it's some liquor. It's gonna be. And we was drinking moonshine this time. We was moonshine with Patron.
Yeah, moonshine and Patron, and the food was really good. And yeah, it was just it was a great time.
Were you nervous?
I think I was more nervous with your mom than everyone, because I'm like, if I know you're immediate, then you didn't mention that anyone would like try to grill me or anything, so I wasn't tripping about.
I just was like, they joke a lot.
I did want to know. I did want to make sure I was able to understand your uncles though, because I know they're very important.
Yeah.
To you, and you talked a lot about them. So I didn't. I think I might have been a little nervous about, them not really rocking with me, because if those are people that you rock with, then I want to be cool with them too. So.
I knew they weren't going to grill you because I've never introduced anybody to them, so I knew that they knew as well as my aunts. Like, if I bring somebody to meet y'all, like, they 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all have never met anybody else, so I really, really knew you was going to click with the uncle that you ended up clicking with. Like, I knew that was gonna happen. And my other uncle, he's laid back, and as long as like I'm happy, he's happy that I'm happy. My aunts, I knew they were gonna love you. So and
I definitely had a good time, and we was cutting up the whole time about everything.
Yes,
so.
We had a ball. It was a good time. It was a really good time. Well, I guess since we've talked about our experience with not moving the family, Lord, meeting the family.
Keep moving them out.
We can move into our send or delete segment.
Let's do it.
You want to share what that segment is about?
Yes. So our send and delete segment is a segment where you choose between two different things. You have to delete one of the items. And today's, since we're talking about family already, I'm gonna ask, I guess, a question to see which one you would be deleting. Would you rather have a family that can't cook, or would you rather have a family that doesn't like you?
Like your family or my, like, what you mean? Like, would I rather your family can't cook?
So yes, when you meet my family, would you rather them not be able to cook, or would you rather them not like you?
I don't know.
Food weighs a lot.
Food is important. Food is important to me, like, because when I think about food, I think about family. Like, anytime my family's together, like, we have good food. Granted, if I'm around your family, they don't like me, but they can cook, I ain't gonna want to eat the food no way, because I don't want to be around them. So I think I would rather that they couldn't cook, even though cooking is so important. Like, I can't imagine going to your people's house for Thanksgiving or Christmas and they can't cook. But the flip side of that is I can cook. So I'm like, just let me know what I need to bring, and I just bring everything. Like, I just bring the whole.
So you would supplement that.
Yes. I'm like, I can come over early and help you prep everything and help you cook. Yes, that's what I would do. But if your family didn't like me, like, to me, it's really important to marry into a family that likes me, because I don't like who. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your mom and daddy didn't like me, that would hurt my feelings a lot. Like, I would want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want them to like you, and I feel like if you get into a family and his parents don't like you, or their parents, her, whomever, you have to think of like the long-term effects of that. Like, what if y'all have kids? Are you gonna feel comfortable with them watching your kids? They don't like you. Like, I don't know if I would want somebody, like, you don't even like me, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how you would treat my child, even though it's your grandchild, that sort of thing. So If they can't cook, that's cool. Hell, I'll chip in money to help it get catered. But
Get catered, yeah.
you can fix food, but if somebody don't like you, like.
So I'm gonna, I guess, go against that grain.
We don't
on
agree.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna agree on this one. So
which is fine.
With my, yeah, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
So with, I guess, my mindset, I'm like, I love some good food, and I really don't want to cook it. So if you got a family that can cook,
but that you don't care if they don't like you.
If they don't listen, if you don't, it's hard. It's really hard not to like me. So if you don't like me,
I would agree. I feel the same. I don't know if it's not.
If you don't like me, I'm okay with you not liking me initially, because I've had instances where individuals might not like me for whatever reason it may be. That can be changed.
Yeah.
Like, that can be changed through conversation over the years. You'll love me by the end of the time.
So you
that
think
can't cook and stuff. I don't want to have to bring food every single function.
Well,
I'm gonna be around. I'm in the family.
I'm a Southern girl, so if I'm gonna come to your place anyway, I'm gonna bring food. Like you gonna bring you.
Yeah,
and a to-go plate.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring some dishes, more than one, and then I'm also gonna help you clean up. And
well, I'm gonna do that. I help you clean up. That's where the liking comes. That's where they gonna. I like this.
I don't want to help nobody clean up if they don't like me. I don't even want to go. I don't like going places I ain't welcome because I feel uncomfortable. Because what y'all might do to me, y'all might jump me and kill me or something. I don't know.
They ain't gonna.
Well, we're not talking about your family. I'm just saying people is crazy. Hell no. Your cousin be done told me to come to the back, come outside and be done whoop my ass. Like no, that's super extreme. I don't think. Well, you know what? I take
this
it back.
Not liking you, not no jumping in.
No, because it be some people like in their families hate their significant other. Like it's. I'm very fortunate.
But there's I feel like there's a reason. Like if you mistreating somebody, that's another thing. Never make a mistake with
and tell the family
and tell the never have issues in your relationship that you bring to the family.
Never,
because the family is always gonna.
Yeah, because they're not blinded by the love and lust for that person. They just see the person for who they are. So if they treating you bad, it's like I don't like them. But also. What you were saying is normally a reason for families that dislike somebody. Your mom is different. But I know that there are some women who think that their sons are like God's gifts to this earth. And not to say that your mama doesn't think very highly of you, because I know that she does. But there are some women who put their sons on like this pedestal, like they can't do no wrong. Like if anything happens, it's your fault. Like that sort of thing. So I feel like a lot of women have experienced that when you have I can't think of what it's called right now, but sometimes like with I'm not saying every single mother, so I don't want anybody to take this out of context, but sometimes with single moms, especially black moms, they like make their son the head of the household, and like they hold them to like this weird esteem, like like it's just weird. So sometimes when they start dating, it's kind of like their mom gets intimidated by the person that their son is dating, like, but you're not dating. You know, it's like you're not dating your son. This is your son, but they just have like that weird complex. I know that I've seen a few instances of that. Well, their mama will be mean just be like, that shit is super weird to me, but I was very grateful that I knew your mom wasn't gonna be like that. I wasn't really worried about that.
Well, that's the thing, you never know.
I mean, that's true. You don't.
You never know.
You really never know. So I was glad. So I am going to delete the family that doesn't like me, and I'm gonna send the family that can't cook. I'm gonna just go to the function, help y'all cook, help y'all cater, whatever. But if y'all don't like me, I got to go. I can't do it. Yeah,
I'm the total opposite.
So you're deleting the family that can't cook and sending for the family that doesn't like you?
Yes.
That's nuts.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to move into our Help Center segment of the show, which is basically where we just give advice, answer a question. So if you have questions you'd like to send us, you can email us. Everything will be anonymous. We're not going to say your name or any nut stuff like that. So just feel free. No face, no case. So feel free to ask us anything. Relationships, life, love, how we're navigating the world as young professionals. Like that's something that we probably don't talk about. Like you're in your career, creating your own second career by doing your own thing, and then like I'm in school, I still haven't necessarily started my career, but I'm in the professional phase of getting there.
Becoming a
so
vet.
anything like that. So the help center for this week is going to be about meeting the family. We're just gonna keep it related to the topic, and it's gonna be how to be confident around your significant other's family. I think confidence plays a big part in how you present yourself to people. And I know, like I said, I was very nervous when it came to meeting your mom and your dad. And you don't have to be like me, but I kind of knew what they were going to ask me, like, who are you? Where you from? Where your people from? What you like to do? You know, what do you do for a living? And I just made sure I knew what I was going to say. I didn't want to be robotic. I wanted to be authentic. Like, that's something, I'm still working on it. I want to always show up authentic no matter who I'm around. But I also didn't want to just be looking like a deer caught in headlights.
Yeah, like you don't know what to say.
Yeah, so I guess a part of being confident is being comfortable in who you are and being your authentic self. Like, I think that's a great way to be confident around your family. And I think maybe that's what, I hope that's what they liked about me, that I'm just me. Like, I don't feel like I have to be anything other than myself when I'm around them. Right. So that helps me feel more confident, because if I had to put up like a facade and be around them all the time, like that would be draining for me to not be able to be myself. So just being me helped me be confident in being around your family. So,
and I want to piggyback off of that. I think we are in a different situation.
Everybody's different.
Yes.
Nothing is.
One thing that makes me like really cringe is someone asking me like, what do you do? Or what's, and someone opened my eyes. Well, my mom, she opened my eyes to this. She was like, age difference is very important, and sometimes the only way you can connect with someone is through asking like, hey, what do you do? What takes up some of your time?
Yeah, I agree.
And so I understand that, but I think we both are we are naturally confident because you're about to be a doctor, and I'm an engineer, so it's like people respect those careers, and so I don't take that for granted.
I don't either. It's unfortunate a little bit. It
is, because I honestly would want to know how individuals treated me. Yeah. If I was something else that didn't make much money, or if I didn't make really any money at all, you take money out of the picture, and I feel like people maybe would treat you different. So I think we're definitely in a different position. I wanted to bring that out. But one way that I feel confident around your family is that I feel like I can find a connection with someone, and I look for that connection. So if I can find one thing that we have in common, then I'm able to feel like, hey, we're connected, we're bonding, and naturally you already have that connection because your uncle's black, I'm black, so
there you go.
If you want to keep it as simple as that. And I mean, you like good food, I like good food, and you can keep it at that. But even, I think we were just talking, like, I enjoyed drinking whatever they had.
Yeah, that's shine.
That was a connection. So we even got into stocks, investments, all of that.
Everything.
So I feel confident. I feel confident when I have that connection, and I will piggyback off of what you said too. Like, you have to make sure that you're confident in yourself, because if you're not, then something that someone says will make you feel like you're nothing, or you're a somebody, and nobody's opinion should matter that much to where what they say makes you feel a different type of way. So
I agree. Also, going back to the other point, it's very unfortunate that people decide how they're going to treat you based off of your profession and whatever it is that you decide to do. So no matter what profession you're in, if you work for yourself, if you don't work, like, just stand on it. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have a 4-year degree or be trying to be a doctor and all of this other stuff. Cause you, like, granted, I'm a good person, but what if I treated you terribly?
Right.
Like, what if I was nasty? What if I was putting my hands on you? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you just see, like, doctors, so like, oh, she has to be, you know? I think, like I said, it's unfortunate that people do that. They decide how they're gonna treat you based off of who you are. But if you're someone who, you know, you're not where you're at, you're not where you want to be in your life right now, just be comfortable with saying that. Like, there's gonna be somebody in your significant other family who gets that. Like, everybody in everybody's family is not put together. And if they are put together, I'm sure at some point in their life they were trying to figure out where they wanted to be. So, like, don't be embarrassed because you're not where you want to be. Just stand on it and say that.
If we're going to talk our shit right now.
I'm going to talk my shit regardless. That's what I'm going to do. So
I was just going to say, and if you have individuals that are at the top right now and that are shitting on other people, best believe those individuals can drop just like anyone else. So everyone has a come up, and there are potential downfalls to every come up. So.
Yeah, just stand on it. Like, don't let anybody else make you feel any type of way about your situation. If you are happy with what you are, who you're becoming, be happy. Don't let anybody else make you feel bad about that. And if you have a good significant other, they should have your back. Like, if you go and you introduce yourself and you say, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a musician, I'm a poet, I'm this, I'm that.
Writer,
you know what I'm saying? And if somebody in their family is like, well, how much money does that make? Do you make? Your significant other should also have your back and take up for you in that moment, because that's their family. And if your significant other doesn't, you might need to question the person that you're with. Like, if my family ever, you already know, because at the, so I would never, and I know that you wouldn't let, first of all, nobody in your family would talk to me crazy. Like, I don't, that's just not who they are. But I feel like if they did, you would be like, okay, like, relax, like, chill out, that sort of thing. So just be confident in you, and be confident in your significant other, that if something went the wrong way, that they would have your back. And if they don't have your back, when y'all get in the car, you need to figure out if that's what you need. If that's what you need. That needs to be a conversation. Yes. That needs probably to be before. Thorough. Yeah. It definitely should be talked about before. But if you notice, like, signs of it happen, like, it could have been a conversation, but the way they act in those situations is not reflecting that conversation, then y'all need to revisit that conversation. Also, like, I pay attention to your body language. I know how you are when you're calm. I know what you look like when you're antsy, when you're anxious. So if I was introducing you to my family and I saw you, like, showing those behaviors, I would pull you to the side, like, are you okay? So also that sort of thing. If you're about to introduce your significant other to your family, pay attention to them and how they're reacting. Like, if they're uncomfortable, like, you need to pay attention to those things. You should be doing that anyways. And if you're not, again, a conversation needs to be had. All right, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for sliding into another episode. Be sure to watch us on YouTube if you like how we sound. If you want to know what we look like, you can watch us on the tube at. I think we look good. Right? I look alright right now. We're chilling, at the crib. But if you want to see what we look like I said, you can watch us over there. I look good. I look crazy, baby. We gotta end this episode right now. Ooh, you wanna touch me? Okay, so we drop on Wednesdays. We drop on Wednesdays. Tune every Wednesday to listen to us. We gonna see y'all in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. You're almost there. It's Hunch and Hump Day. All right. Bye, y'all. Bye.